On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 64% based on 173 reviews, with an average rating of 5.8/10. The website's critical consensus reads, Bird Box never quite reaches its intriguing potential, but strong acting and an effectively chilly mood offer intermittently creepy compensation. 33 on Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 51 out of 100, based on 26 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. 34. Brian Tellerico from RogerEbert.com said, most of the problems with Bird Box come back to a thin screenplay, one that too often gives its characters flat, expository dialogue and then writes itself into a corner with a climax that's just silly when it needs to be tense. 35. Amy Nicholson, in a review for British newspaper The Guardian, gave a negative appraisal, awarding the film 2 out of 5 stars and concluding, as the film staggers on in its quest to give us entertainment satisfaction or death, we're tempted to identify with the movie's first victim, a woman in a tracksuit banging her head against the glass, ready to get this painful sight over with. 36. Writing for Forbes, Sarah Oswell described the movie as one that embraces everything about the horror genre formula, both good and bad. This movie has moments of true, delightful fright, but it also has some of the corniness and shallowness that many horror movies can't shake. 37. Aisha Harris of The New York Times found the film occasionally riveting but overall disappointing. 38. Audience viewership. According to Nielsen, Bird Box was watched by nearly 26 million viewers in its first 7 days of release in the United States. It also revealed that a significant part of its audience was young, aged 18 to 34, 36%, female, 57%, and either African American, 24%, or Latino, 22%. 39. Netflix also released its own viewing figure that gave a worldwide audience of more than 45 million in 7 days, with views defined by the company as the film streaming for over 70% of its time. The viewing figure was claimed to be the best ever for a Netflix film. 40. 41. This audience figure released by Netflix was met with skepticism from some analysts, who cited a lack of independent verification of the view count. 42. 43. In July 2020, Netflix revealed the film had in fact been watched by 89 million households over its first 4 weeks of release, the second most ever for one of their original films. 44. A Barclays study deduced that, had the film received a traditional theatrical release, it would have grossed about $98 million worldwide. 45. Bird Box became the most watched film on Netflix within 28 days of its release, with 282.02 million hours being viewed. It retained this position until being displaced by Red Notice in 2021. 46. 47. Accolades. Award date of ceremony, category recipients, and nominees. Result Reeves. Visual Effects Society Awards February 5, 2019. Outstanding Supporting Visual Effects in a Photoreal Feature. Marcus Taormina, David Robinson, Mark Bukowski, Sophie Dawes, and Mike Menardis nominated. 48. Artios Awards January 30th, 2020. Film. Non-theatrical release. Mary Vernew, Michelle Wade Bird, and Gina J nominated. 49. Bird Box Challenge. The Bird Box Challenge was an internet challenge that gained popularity in late 2018 and early 2019, in which participants took part in tasks while blindfolded, based on Bird Box. The challenge is similar to those of its time in internet culture, including the Ice Bucket Challenge, Mannequin Challenge, 50, and Tide Pod Challenge. 51. In Australia, Netflix originally partnered with 4 Twitch streamers in November 2018, performing what they called a Bird Box Challenge, in which they would play some popular video games while blindfolded. 52. Netflix. At Netflix. Can't believe I have to say this, but please do not hurt yourselves with this Bird Box Challenge. We don't know how this started, and we appreciate the love, but boy and girl have just one wish for 2019, and it is that you not end up in the hospital due to memes. January 2nd, 2019. 53. However, the challenge became widely mimicked on the internet by individuals wearing blindfolds while trying to do ordinary activities, causing injuries to some. 43. One video posted on December 24th depicted a toddler running into a wall while doing the challenge with his family. YouTuber Morgan Adams gained 1.7 million views for her 24-hour Bird Box Challenge video. 50. Posted on December 30. 54. On January 2nd, the Netflix account on Twitter posted a cautionary plea for internet users not to injure themselves while partaking in the challenge. 43. 50. The New York Times stated that there were no reports of serious injury at the time. 50. On January 7th, YouTuber Jake Paul appeared to drive while blindfolded as part of his own 24-hour Bird Box Challenge video, directly violating YouTube's community guidelines, which prohibited the promotion of dangerous activities, though did include a small, "Do not try this at home," caption at the bottom of his screen and a disclaimer in the description box of the video. 55. The same day. 56. A 17-year-old driver in Utah crashed into another car while taking part in the challenge. 57. After driving into oncoming traffic, wink with a frown. 58. No injuries occurred. 57. Police Lieutenant Travis Luman responded, "It's just inexcusable to do something as dangerous as this, not only to yourself, but also to everyone else on the road." 59. On January 14th, British Transport Police began an investigation into YouTuber Ben Phillips after he uploaded a video on his channel that included his partner Elliot Giles standing blindfolded on a railway track for the challenge, which is a criminal act. 60. 61. The Daily Telegraph reported on January 14th that the video had been watched almost 200,000 times since it was uploaded on the previous day. Police warned of potential copycat incidents. 61. YouTube updated its policies the next day, stating that challenges that could cause death and/or have caused death in some instances, pranks with a perceived danger of serious physical injury, and anything that caused children severe emotional distress were prohibited on the site. They did not specifically mention the Bird Box Challenge, instead citing the Tide Pod Challenge. 51, which had taken place the previous year. 55. Sequel. Main article. Bird Box Barcelona. In July 2020, a sequel was announced as being in development. 62. 63. In March 2021, the film was set to be receiving a Spanish-language spin-off film from writers Alex and David Pastor as the first of multiple local-language Bird Box spin-offs set in the same universe. 64. Bird Box Barcelona was released on Netflix on July 14, 2023, with Mario Casas, Diego Calva, and Georgina Campbell in main roles. 65. 66. See also: Bloodlist. References: Bird Box. AFI Fest. Archived from the original on May